Hey guys, this is Seagrove. Just want to talk to you a bit. IEM Katowice ended today. TSM defeated WE 3-0. It was really great. If you're a TSM fan, it's awesome for you. This is the first time TSM has won an international event. That's awesome. It was the first time that they had beaten a Korean team in a best of X, even though it was CJ Intus in a best of one, but still, that's really great. Um, so awesome time for a TSM fan. I'm a fan of Cloud9, but it was cool for me too to have my region do something um, internationally. North America has never won anything internationally, anything big, any world championship internationally. So it was very exciting for me as well. But coming off of this, you're going to see people make claims, and they're going to make claims comparing teams. There are going to be three types of claims. And I'm going to use the word rational in this, and by rational person I mean someone who is able to be intellectually honest and think without a great deal of bias affecting their judgment, and who are knowledgeable on the scene in the game. So the three type of claims you're going to see: number one, you're going to see a claim with which rational people will agree, pretty much unanimously. You're going to see claims with which rational people will disagree, pretty much unanimously. And then you're going to see claims about which rational people will disagree. In other words, some rational people will say, yes, I agree with this claim, and some rational people will say, no, I disagree with that claim. So you're going to see all three claims. Just ignore the crazier ones. For instance, I saw one on Twitter a while back, and this person was claiming that Unicorns of Love was way better than TSM after San Jose when they beat TSM. And I just said, it's hard to tell from one best of three. And the point is, a best of three can be 2 or 3 games. And if you have 3 games where you play poorly, or 2 games where you play poorly, out of a greater context of doing well, keep in mind, say you play 20 games, you play pretty well, your average level in those 20 games, we'll say it's 8 out of 10. Then you go to a best of 3 and you play a 4 out of 10. That doesn't make you a 4, and this other team plays 7 or 6 out of 10 and beats you. That doesn't mean that team is better than you. Keep in mind the narrative that your team has been creating, and keep in mind how many games this really is. It's just 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 games, right? So let's talk about a few claims from IEM Katowice that you might see, and where they would fit and why, so that you can think about these claims that you're going to be seeing, other claims you may be seeing, and just ignore the ones that are ridiculous, and maybe have a decent argument about someone with some that are more reasonable. So a good claim might be TSM is better than Team WE. This is why this is a good claim. Coming in, we thought TSM is better than Team WE. Okay, TSM's top of NA, WE is doing really poorly in China, TSM seems to be better. This was confirmed at IEM Katowice. TSM beat Team WE in a best of 1 and in a best of 5. TSM is better than WE. Good claim. Most rational people will agree with that. Here's a claim people might not. Another one you might see. WE is better than GE. That is ridiculous. For the same reason, WE has been doing poorly in China. GE has been doing amazing in Korea. And yes, WE was better in this best of 3. Not a better team. They were just more prepared, or maybe more together. Maybe GE Tigers weren't taking it seriously. Maybe GE Tigers just hadn't prepared for WE. Whatever the reason, WE wins, but that doesn't make WE a better team. Another claim like that, maybe people say TSM is better than GE Tigers. No. TSM, they played in this tournament. They were better. Are they a better team? No. Just like WE was better in that one best of 3 than GE Tigers, but is not a better team. It's the same thing. TSM is not a better team. Yes, TSM has been dominating North America. GE Tigers have been dominating Korea, and have been dominating a better region more thoroughly than TSM have been dominating a weaker region. So this result doesn't fit in with the narrative of these two teams. Now we can say, okay, maybe if this pattern continues, okay, then yes, that claim can have some validity. But currently, it just doesn't. Another claim you might hear is a claim about SK or TSM, and who's better there. TSM, when I coming into this tournament, I thought SK and TSM both looking pretty strong. You know, TSM had some issues earlier and seemed to have fixed most of them. And then SK was doing really amazing early, starting to falter a little bit in that little stretch where they lost 3 games. But both teams looking pretty good. I thought SK was better coming to this tournament, but it was very close. Now, this tournament, because it was so close coming in, this tournament can actually reasonably affect your thinking about which team is better. TSM played much better than SK at this tournament, and actually coming out of this tournament, I now think TSM is the better team. I still think it's very, very close, but I do think TSM is better than SK. And this is something you can argue with somebody about, and coming away from the NA grade and EU grade, whatever, okay, who cares about that? But if you can find someone who is logical and isn't going to spam stupid things, you can have a decent argument about this claim, because it's a claim that rational people can agree and rational people can disagree with this claim. So that's just kind of an idea of like thinking about claims, thinking about them. It's important to, when you think about claims, think about them in the greater context of the team and the narrative of these two teams. Do they fit in? And is it really enough games to affect how you think about these teams?